You are a Republican running for president. Your first task is to hold those Romney states. Hillary Clinton now, a 4-point lead in our NBC News Wall Street Journal Marist poll in North Carolina. How about Ohio? Ohio, look at this. Almost a tie, but Donald Trump ahead there by a point. 42 for Trump, 41 for Clinton. Remember, Trump had been leading in some cases by healthy margins in Ohio in polls that were taken in September. That has seemed to tighten in the last week or so. Certainly the allegations against him, certainly what happened last Friday, that could be affecting these numbers. It has tightened in Ohio. Donald Trump barely clinging now to a 1-point lead there in Ohio. We also looked at some of the critical down ballot races in these states. There's a Senate race in Ohio, although it doesn't look like much of a race anymore. Rob Portman, the incumbent Republican, Democrats had high hopes of taking him out. He leads Ted Strickland, the former Democratic governor, by 18 points. How about North Carolina? Look at this. Richard Burr, the Republican incumbent, very near the top of the Democratic target list nationally. If they want to take back the Senate, it would help them a lot if they could beat Richard Burr. Deborah Ross's Democratic challenger tied with him. And of course, there is a governor's race playing out in North Carolina right now that's getting a lot of national attention because of that bathroom bill. Check this out. The incumbent Republican governor, Pat McCrory, he is now a point behind his Democratic challenger, Roy Cooper. 49% for Cooper, 48% for Pat McCrory. Quick look here at the path to 270, what the numbers I just showed you mean in terms of that race for 270 electoral votes. So we say, look, Ohio, it's a big state. It's a state that no Republican in a long time has won the White House without carrying. This is pretty much a must-win state for Trump. He is up a point. So if he were to get Ohio, you see, that would put him over 200. He'd still have a ways to go. But what we showed you in North Carolina, Hillary Clinton with a lead right now in North Carolina, a Romney state. If Hillary Clinton were able to hold on to that and make North Carolina blue, look what that would do to the electoral count. That would put her over 270. And again, that's with a number of toss-up states left here. So even if Donald Trump then won Florida and Nevada and Iowa and New Hampshire, he would be short of 270. That is what Hillary Clinton can do by winning North Carolina. Think of that as a potential showstopper, a potential election ender if Hillary Clinton can flip North Carolina blue. And our poll right now says it's a small margin, but it says that Hillary Clinton, after that debate, has the lead in North Carolina. So those are brand new poll numbers. Wanted to bring them to you right away this hour. Obviously, this is a busy day. This is a busy week. This is a fast-moving day. We are juggling a lot. Our top story right now, of course, it's continuing those flurry of accusations that came out overnight against Donald Trump from women who say he made unwanted sexual advances towards them. New reports in the New York Times, in People magazine, in the Palm Beach Post recount 4 women's claims about encounters with Donald Trump, from being groped and fondled to being forcibly kissed on the lips. Experiences these women describe as alarming, and their accusations come, of course, on the heels of that audio tape we were talking about a minute ago that surfaced last Friday. That tape catching Trump boasting about grabbing and kissing women without warning. Donald Trump has fervently denied each of these accusations, we should say. He did so on Twitter, did so in official statements put out by his campaign. We should also point out that NBC News has not independently confirmed these accusations against him. And now, Donald Trump, in just the last few hours, now he has made his first public comments on the new flurry of accusations. Those comments were blunt and they were emphatic. Trump in West Palm Beach just hours ago saying the accusations are part of a conspiracy against his campaign.
Now we address the slander and libels that was just last night thrown at me by the Clinton machine and the New York Times and other media outlets as part of a concerted, coordinated, and vicious attack. It's not coincidence that these attacks come at the exact same moment and all together at the same time as WikiLeaks releases documents exposing the massive international corruption of the Clinton machine. These vicious claims about me of inappropriate conduct with women are totally and absolutely false. And the Clintons know it.
NBC's Katie Tur is covering the Trump campaign. Katie, what can you tell us about what is playing out behind the scenes in the Trump campaign in terms of their strategy for dealing with this?
Well, the Donald Trump campaign says that they are ready to fight. They can fight anyone that they need to fight in order to win this election. That includes the establishment, the media, the Democrats, potentially even fellow Republicans as they come out against Donald Trump. He's going nuclear is what many people are describing it as today. As you said, in the last 24 hours, 4 women coming out to say that Donald Trump groped, kissed, or sexually attacked them or forced himself on them in some way or another. Donald Trump, vehemently denying this, and News can't independently confirm it, but it does show that there is a level of panic within the campaign right now about what could come next. Kellyanne Conway even admitting this. She doesn't know what could come next. The other day on a talk show, this is all part of the problem. Part of the problem that happens when your candidate refuses to allow a self-vetting. Donald Trump, very early on this campaign, refused to allow what is traditionally done, which is an opposition research file to find out what could be out there, to find out what reporters could dig up, what their opposition could dig up, who could come out to say something negative about their candidate. They were not able to do that because Donald Trump did not let them. So what you're seeing is that in the last 24 hours, since that 2005 audio leak and since Donald Trump's debate performance, more and more women coming out to say that he acted inappropriately against them. Now the campaign, in reaction to that, is trying to play offense. They're trying to blame absolutely everybody not named Trump, not with that name. They're saying that it's the establishment that's out to get them. There is a conspiracy in place that's trying to take Donald Trump down. And while they take Donald Trump down, they want to take the American people down with them. That is a vision of social apocalypse that starts with Hillary Clinton in the White House, where anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe, and morally deformed, as Donald Trump says. They'll attack you, they'll slander you, they will seek to destroy your career and your family. What's interesting, Steve, is that the Trump campaign has seemed to pivot in the last 24 hours. They're no longer talking about Bill Clinton's accusers. They're instead focused on the system in general, therefore girding themselves for any future leak, any future accuser to come out to say that this is all part of the Clinton machine that's trying to take me down.
All right, Katie Tur covering Trump. Katie, thank you for that. For more now, going to bring in Michael Steele, former chairman of the Republican National Committee and an MSNBC political analyst.